Oh, okay.
We are unmuted for the audio and the camera is on.
Folks, if you all rise, please do the pledge and all of you in the order. Thank you for very good. Thank you, Dave.
Sorry.
It's okay, Hannah. That's good. That's Illinois.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
and a second here to get the breath
Okay. Bodo Johnson,
here.
Katie Johnston. Here. Diana Mendoza. Here. Vicky Pettit.
Here.
Tyler Wilson. Robin Vaughn. Here. John Brotherton.
Here. Two, agenda, additional corrections and modifications. I'd like to make the motion.
Make a motion to approve the agenda, removing and correcting the items as presented.
Okay. Katie seconded.
Bodo Johnson,
Aye.
Katie Johnston. Aye. Diana Mendoza. Aye. Vicky Pettit.
Aye.
Robin Vaughn. Aye. John Brotherton.
Aye. Okay. Public comments, Odo? You just want to stay right there, Kenneth? Or you want this?
All right, I will.
Your receipt there.
I wanted to actually bring up a couple things. One of them is, the racism actually in RCS. I think in my opinion, it's, a lot worse than what we're saying it is. I'm Black. So I hear it all the time. And don't get me wrong, I know 99% of the people in here are white. And you're probably tired of hearing Black people say racism. But it's here. It's in the classrooms. It's outside of the classrooms. It's coming not only from kids, but it's also coming from the employees that work for the schools,
Other board members.
other board members. I mean, when are we gonna get a handle on it? Or do we care? And I'm talking again as a parent. When my daughter comes home and she tells me the things that are being said in her class, I'm not saying it's being overlooked. I'm not saying that the district or the administration isn't doing anything about it. But it hurts my feelings. It's 2024. Slavery was over what? June 19th, 1865. I got a ton of things written down. But it doesn't matter. No matter how many times, in my opinion, people here, white, Black, Latino, Blacks are always put at the bottom of the list. I'm tired of it as a parent. There's a lot of parents out there that are tired of it. And for us as a board, us as an administration, we should be doing something about it. We should feel ashamed of ourselves for not doing anything about it if nothing's being done about it. I'm not saying nothing's being done because I'm sure there's things that may be done and may not be done, and some of the things that you hear and some of the things you don't. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because there's some things that I hear from different schools. A lot of parents are now coming up to me and talking to me about it. And one of the last parents that came up to me did not even know nothing about me being on the school board. It was a Latino lady. She just so happened to be doing some work for me. And she was telling me the racism on that side. So it's not just a black-white thing or a Mexican-black thing. It's a racism thing on all the kids. These kids shouldn't be going through that. Not at all. There's no reason for it. That's pretty much on the racism part. Bullying. Tons and tons of people are talking to me about bullying. From almost every school, I think I've heard some type of bullying. Pleasant Acres, East Lawn, Broadmeadow, Ader. I think the only school I didn't hear too much about bullying was Northview, and it's more likely for whatever reason, but I'm sure there are, because when I went through the board book, I seen some of the things that's on there. And I'm gonna give you guys an example. There was a young man who's been being bullied and being hit every day, every single day. So I asked him, I said, well, why aren't you saying anything to the administrators or your teachers or somebody? He said, the teacher's standing right there saying. I said, what? The teacher's right there. I called the school. Oh, we didn't know he was being hit. We just knew he was being verbally harassed by a kid 3 times his size. I told my son not to touch people, not to hit people, not to fight back. And the reason being is because I don't want him to be put into a category where, oh, let's just move him out of the regular school system, move him to Rise Academy. I want the best for my kids. And that's why I sat here in the first place. Not only for my kids, but I want it for all kids. So when I make comments about something, it's not to belittle or make anybody in this school system feel bad or like I'm picking or just choosing out people to sit there and make it seem like I'm talking bad about you. I'm not. I'm advocating. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't kick things under the rug. I don't sit there and make people think, oh, I'm going to do something, and then I don't do something. I just saying to this district, to this board, to the superintendent, to all the administrators and teachers, let's keep these kids safe. That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
Page. Action consent agenda. Questions or concerns? Motion. Motion to approve the consent agenda items, including personnel report as submitted with the stipulation that each individual is required to comply with all requirements for new hires as indicated in Illinois statutes and RCS board policy and procedures, including ratification of bills prepaid by the finance manager under the board policy for. I vote.
I second it.
Recommendation in a second.
Joy Brotherton.
Aye.
Robin Vaughn.
Aye.
Nikki Sweattick.
Aye.
Diana Mendoza. Aye. Katie Johnston.
Aye.
Noah Johnson.
Aye. Moved. So another moving to number 6, the child edition of Pleasant Acres. If they have any questions or concerns about that, that was all sent to you. I'll make a motion to approve a contract to Horton Russo Builders Incorporated for the early childhood edition at Pleasant Acres Elementary School in the amount of $5,043,000. For the base bid, alternate number 1B and alternate number 2.
I second it.
Bodo Johnson,
Aye.
Katie Johnston,
Aye.
Diana Mendoza. Aye. Nikki Pettit,
Aye.
Robin Vaughn. Aye. John Brothers.
Aye.
One thing I realized I need to clarify when you were reading, on the bond issue, I just want to make sure I'm clear with the board that the board, when we already passed a resolution to issue bonds. So now you've passed the motion to issue the contract. So now administration is going to move forward with the sale of the bonds. It does not require the board to take action again to issue those bonds. Does everyone understand that, or are there any concerns about that?
When you issue the bonds, I thought we approved up to like 5.9.
6 million each. Yes. So I think where you were going with that is, if you see, I put the total cost right now is 5.9 million. I think what we are planning to do, Chris and Jenny and I met and talked about it this week, is go ahead and issue the full 6 million, assuming we're still able to do the type of bond that we can pay back as fast as possible. And then we can, any money that's not spent out, we could potentially pay that back immediately. So that's what we're thinking, because we haven't determined yet on the geothermal if we're going to pay for it all now or if we're going to finance it. And that would make a big difference on that.
Okay.
Any further?
Sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk.
Number 7. Action site improvement at Bloodville parking lot. Didn't have that information sent to us, so I'll make the motion if there's nobody. That's concerned.
I'll second.
Extend the contract cross construction incorporated with the site improvement at Bloodville Elementary School, in the amount of $256,000 cents, $109 for the base bid number 1. And Diana seconded it, so ready for a vote.
Bodo Johnson,
Aye.
Katie Johnston.
Aye.
Diana Mendoza. Aye. Nikki Pettit,
Aye.
Robin Vaughn.
Aye.
John Brothers.
Aye. Number 8, vehicle purchase. What's say about that?
Well, if we approve it, if the board approves it tonight, it's being delivered tomorrow. So hopefully you're going to approve it tonight.
That's great.
But the reason we haven't,
I'm gonna vote no, just.
no, please, is this all started when the health clinic came in, and we wanted to make sure we had a way to shuttle students from the elementary schools over to the health clinic. So that's the primary reason we decided to move forward with the vehicle, was for transporting students. It would also be used by our parent-family liaisons when they have to do, like, pick up a child at home and bring them to school, or take a child home, which does happen. And the next step we'll do after we get the vehicle is our parent-family liaisons get to be trained as bus drivers. Even though it's not a bus, but they have to have the license to operate it with students. So, yeah.
So they'll be the only ones using that?
Nope. There will be more people likely that pick up the bus driver, not the CDL. So CDL means the big yellow bus. And the rule is, it depends on what you're driving a student to or from, and whether or not you need a bus driver's license. So driving a student to the clinic would not require a bus driver license, but driving a student, picking a student up in the morning and bringing them to school would require a bus driver license. It doesn't make sense, but that's the rules.
The comments? I'll make the motion to approve the purchase of the specific vehicle at total cost, let's see if I can do this right now, $47,155.03.
I said,
Moto seconded.
the 3 cents is very important.
Hey, keep it right.
John Brothers.
Aye.
Robin Vaughn.
Aye.
Nikki Pettit,
Aye.
Diana Mendoza. Aye. Katie Johnston.
Aye.
Bodo Johnson.
Aye. Number 9, 1-year extension of transportation contract. Concerns about that? Okay, I make a motion to approve the item as presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Diane.
Bodo Johnson.
Aye.
Katie Johnston.
Aye.
Diana Mendoza. Aye. Nikki Pettit,
Aye.
Robin Vaughn.
Aye.
John Brothers.
Aye. Number 10, approve the MOU with RCS RCSEA regarding new teacher mentoring program. Anything you want to say?
I don't know if
We're formalizing a mentor program. It's been hard for us to get mentors and mentees this year. So we're putting some of the money that we got from the new teacher vacancy grant towards a formal mentor program next year to encourage our teachers to partner with the veteran teachers who are acclimated to RCS. We hope to see some retention benefits come from that.
And I would say we've had mentoring programs. This is something though that the teachers, as part of this committee, really wanted to, I would say, beef it up. And so that is what we're trying to do here. And this establishes the compensation that would be attached to that.
Now, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're fine.
On this mentor program, the teachers that are mentoring, the new teachers coming in, they get that X amount of dollars. Now, does the teachers that are being mentored, do they also, is there a reason why? I mean, when they filled out or can't, you offered them a position and you said this is what you'll get paid, was that part of the package?
No, so the mentor program has duties above their contract. So they'll be attending meetings, there's hours of meeting time that they have to meet with their mentor outside of contractual hours. So
Okay. That explains it. I was just.
It is extra work. Yes.
Okay.
And if I could add something here, that's a question. What would be the situation if there was a teacher who was not new, but in mentoring, that fall in that category, would they still be helped?
I don't know that it would be through this program specifically, but that's where we would utilize our instructional coaches to support. You're talking more established teachers, some support. Yes, we would. That's typically through the instructional coaches. This program is specifically targeted at teachers who are new to the profession and new to our district. So.
Does this program also kind of help pull the teachers towards our district as an incentive up to a certain point?
Yeah, one of the main things teachers ask when they job fairs is if you have a mentor program. It seems to be a hot topic and a big sell for teachers who are looking for different positions everywhere. So yeah, having an established mentor program is a selling point. That's
Okay.
This was brought up in that committee. Yeah.
The behavior
The
climate
behavioral
committee
climate.
also brought it up. It's just like any job. When you're new to a job, you have to learn how to do it. And usually if someone's helping you along the way, it's going to make for a better transition. That's what we're aiming.
Now, is this just for the new incoming teachers, or can I say maybe the 1 or 2 year teachers
I don't remember.
that may go through a mentor part of it? Wouldn't they qualify for that to try
I was
to
getting ready
give
to
them
ask the same
incentive?
question.
So
Oh, okay.
focusing on new teachers this year to see how it plays out. We're doing kind of a 1-year program. We are hopeful that it shows good promise and legs so that we can extend it to be kind of a 2-year program where it kind of fades out. So your first year is more intensive, second year is still there, but it's a little less intensive for those teachers. So that's it. We're trying to make sure we get a good base foundation this year. So we're really focusing just on those brand new teachers to us. To John's point, there's a Lindsay and Michelle, we've been talking about this. There will be monthly mentor meetings, and your question about teachers who are already established, I think we're gonna have some flexibility that administration can recommend to those teachers if there's a topic that relates to them, that they can attend those mentor meetings.
We get as much help as we can.
I have a question, and maybe I'm not understanding the way that you're saying it, but is this mentor program for only new teachers or new to the district?
New to the district.
So if they've been teacher for 7 years and they decide to become a rank tool, they're still going to have.
Not to that degree. So there's some judgments that are going to be made. So we're looking at teachers who are new to us and within their first 3 years of service, of teaching service. We have teachers who come to us with many years of experience who wouldn't necessarily benefit from what you're going to get in a brand new teacher mentor program, which is like we're trying to establish here. those teachers are gonna have opportunities to attend the mentor meetings and things like that. But in terms of the actual formal process, we're focusing on those brand new teachers to us that are within that first 3 years.
And I would assume that if a teacher that had so many years' experience that came to our district, if they were having issues or something, they would be able to, sorry, I know. They would be able to perhaps talk to an instructional
Yep.
coach about, okay.
We have a 3-tier system that we'll be working with, that will have the orientation piece that will take place in August. Then we'll have our onboarding piece that will be building specific. So whether they're a veteran teacher coming into just a new setting with RCS to a new building, they'll learn the building specifics, and that will go on throughout the year. So month to month, they'll have new information that's building specific. So it doesn't matter if they're they fresh out of college teacher or they have 10 years of experience. And then we have our mentoring series for a 0, 1, or 2-year teacher that is new to the profession, working on their teaching skills too. So we've really tried to build in as many layers of support within the induction program, and then having instructional coaches on top of that. So the layers of support are very varied, and then just trying to give as much support as possible.
Real quick, this might be off the subject though. On the mentor, situation, or how does District 137 do that? What I'm asking is, do we actually have mentors, not teachers? Just people that come in and mentor kids? And the reason I'm asking that is because, District 4 does. And, I was asked to mentor kids and I didn't actually go through the program.
Pleasant Acres
But-
has a pretty active mentor. I'm actually a mentor there. I know they have several.
Okay, and I was kind of wondering what I was putting myself into when I did it, but since I'm a coach there, they kind of let me slide and I go in and I do talk to a lot of the kids. I think that'd be a good program for someone that, you know, not only teachers, but someone that's coming in here and mentoring kids, right? You think, maybe?
So the CU one-to-one mentoring program is in Champaign-Urbana school districts. And I would also say there's a very, very large amount of money that is spent on that program too. With full-time employees that coordinate it in both districts. So the CU one-to-one, which I think is what you're talking about, is a very, very large program that they've had probably at least 25 years in those 2 districts. So I'm not saying we wouldn't want mentoring, but because I mentored in that program for 6 years. But yeah, we do not have a district-wide student mentoring program.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's your big brothers, big sisters
Big
for
brothers, big
several
sisters,
years,
100%.
but we did not have enough volunteers from the communities to continue to sustain.
Okay, because I didn't know how our area, you know, this district was on even getting someone to volunteer to be a mentor. I wasn't meaning like pay them X amount of dollars. I mean, allow them to go through the mentor program. At least that way they can get that part of the education in and kind of understand a little bit more about how and what they need to do as a mentor.
I'll make the motion from Lieutenant. Motion to approve the item as presented.
I second it.
Nikki seconds it.
John Brotherton.
Aye.
Robin Vaughn.
Hi.
Nikki Pettit.
I,
Diana Mendoza. Katie Johnston.
Aye.
Hodo Johnson.
Okay. Very briefly on information items, I want to point out I think we're on information items. Okay. I'm now learning that when you do public bids, FOIAs follow. So there's more FOIAs that'll be on next month's for asking for the bids, but we will be doing our second budget amendment at the next board meeting. Again, that's a normal thing where we are revising to Matt. And I think in this case, it has to do with additional grant funds coming in here at the end of the year. So that'll be on the next month's meeting. It's already been posted in the paper as of yesterday. That's it for information items.
Business. Board Superintendent comments.
Well, I have some. I made a slide even. All right. I did want to make sure the board I know I've sent out the end of the school year information. The other one that is on here, I think I emailed it out, is that 10 o'clock on Tuesday, 28th is Rise Academy's promotion that they're going to do. Their students will also be at the junior high for promotion. I do want to share too with the board and the public that all of our viewers, we have one person watching from somewhere, is we are planning at this point to establish the promotion date at the start of the school year and fix that date and stay to that date. Knowing that we have these e-learning days and such now, we really shouldn't have to move the calendar. But we thought it was important, and after talking with several board members too, that we have a set date and time and location that we're able to provide families very early in the year. So I don't remember the date, but we already have next year's date picked out. We haven't publicized it yet, and I have not heard yet if we've got the location reserved. So it will be the next to last day, or excuse me, the last full day of school, unless it's a Friday. Okay, because if it's a Friday, we cannot get space at the sports complex, and if it's a Friday, it will likely be the same day as the high school's graduation. So, but this coming year, it's a Thursday, would be the last full day of school, and we're aiming at 5 o'clock. I just haven't heard back from Heather or Jacobs, the principal, or the sports complex, to know if we've got that reserved yet. So, but also beginning of the year, and we will start pushing this out when we send home report cards at elementary, is we are going to shift to having all of our schools minus pre-K doing a meet and greet on the night before school starts or the evening before school starts. And we had some conversation about it and worked with the association to establish the times. So the junior high is going to go from 2 to 3 on that night before, evening before school. And Perry Hill is called. So
He's
is he
lost.
here?
He needs you to drop, we're trying to drop him.
He is on his way. He is not sure where our office is. We're gonna drop him. So
Okay, good. So somebody's got it. Good, thank you. So that is something new. And so we've got it structured so that from 2 to 3, and this is really at the junior high, drop off supplies at the junior high, walk around the building. And a parent with junior high kid and elementary kid will be able to do both. And then 3 to 5 is meet the teacher at the elementaries. And they're gonna, East Lawn and Pleasant Acres are gonna coordinate so that they make sure they've got things spread out. If it's just an open house, it's not a problem. But if they want to have some teacher talks and things, they're gonna have to stagger it for the parents that will have kids at both schools. And so, but we've got all that planned out and much earlier than we've ever done before. So we want to make sure you had that information. Oh, any other comments? The board's ordinance.
I do. I don't know if anybody remembers, but last month I said how I had organized some talks at all the schools and my coworker gave the talks and it went really well. And I'm really excited because now they've asked me to be in contact with other people around the university to bring talks to Grand Tool City School. So, yay.
Did you go to all schools so far? No, the 4 elementaries and 8.
For what?
I do have one thing. I received a letter from a young student from East Lawn. And it was very touching. I was very happy the person reached out, and what they wrote on there, I had to kind of read through it. And they wanted to know more about Martin Luther King and why he was such an important person in the world. And I never got back with that person. So I want to apologize to the person The teacher that sent the letter in, I think was second grade teacher, Miss Turk. Anna Turk. So I would like to go to East Lawn. I had taken a lot of pictures of the museum that I went and visited when I was in Atlanta, Martin Luther King Jr. Museum, and I want to give this young person a booklet because I think that will give that person a little bit more understanding of what real life is. And when I say that, I'm talking about a lot of people don't know the history. And I don't think nowadays, I don't think any of the school system teaches the history like when I was in school. I think we're missing a lot. But I did want to thank that person, and I wanted to thank Ms. Turk for sending the letter. And I wanted them to know that I did not forget about them. I apologize that it's taken me this long to respond. But I really want them to know that I thank you very much. Really, really touched my heart.
Do you know that Tyler is here? Yeah.
Yes, she, I saw her. Scribble one things down. Well, it's time for the German, I guess. We're
No,
having
don't adjourn yet. Well,
like, talk a little bit and you could.
we don't adjourn until
He's here, I think.
not quite yet. But we don't adjourn until after the whole goal set. So we're in session. And I'm just gonna share for the public that we are gonna go ahead and turn off the camera and recording because we're gonna be moving all around in this room. And we're waiting for our presenter. So there's a name for this. We are, is it called a recess? What do we do? We take a break. We're taking pause until our presenter gets here. That makes sense?
I mean, you said it, so must.
No, good law.
Do we have to make a motion to do that?
No, it's the next item on the agenda, but I want to make sure the public's aware.
During this before.
No, because
Is
that's
it
not.
off now?
Hold on, turn this off.